need to go,
That's
Zoltan.
actually a pretty
We'll
good
talk
plan.
later.
Money needs to move as long as it doesn't Yeah, I don't need the chicken.
So down here on the waterfront here,
Icebox.
there is a
Another dice box. Should I get it?
it doesn't matter. They all go into your quest thing, so
Doubles won't be in.
yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't need it, but it doesn't hurt you because
So-
you have unlimited quest item space. So down here on the waterfront, there's a one of the people that the Reverend wanted you to talk to. He's the
During
merchant.
day, or is he inside?
You could. He's inside. He's always inside.
Okay. Is it?
It's like right next to you.
Okay. There we go. Specific name house.
Heron Brog is the guy. And he will give you a quest that has to do with killing drowners, so it's efficient to do it at the same time as killing the drowners already. So
Just taking the stuff beforehand. Against Non-Humans, a pamphlet describing the great conspiracy of the non-humans and their schemes over the centuries. It contains many lies, but simultaneously proves some useful information of the elder races.
it's a very good idea to read the books in this game. Sometimes in games it's a hassle to read the books. At the very least, you want to have your character read them because they unlock a lot of dialogue and information. Like they help you out significantly. But they're also nice because they're usually only
They're
like a
only
paragraph.
excerpts.
They're very short, so it doesn't
It was
get
then that the
overwhelming.
elven wise men called the sages gathered in the dungeon beneath Reinhold Castle. Eldest of them said, "The day and the hour have come. We are here to discuss the fall of the." So they originally were. Okay, so the war that happens, was that started by humans or was that started by the other races?
Which war are you talking about?
I guess the war.
The war that they're referencing is a war with Nilfgaard. And Nilfgaard is a empire comprising of a bunch of different states. And it's in the south of the world. And all of the northern kingdoms banded together 5 years ago, which is coincidentally around the same time that you died, in quotes, and went away. But basically, they're not non-human, as it were, elf or dwarf or whatever. They're also humans, but it's an empire, and a very, very powerful one. And the North, 5 years ago at the Battle of Brenna, defeated Nilfgaard and managed to basically save themselves from all getting taken over.
Yeah, from probably being enslaved.
They did actually use the Scoia'tael, which are the elven and dwarven kind of.
So did like the elves and dwarves fight each other, and then the humans were the third party that now is on top after a long period?
No.
No.
No, the
Like
the
when did
elves
this
and
bias
dwarves
start?
the elves and dwarves for a long time have been essentially suppressed and like
They've been minority races.
they're a minority and they live in ghettos and
Yeah.
generally like the elves used to have cities and like whole kingdoms and that's basically gone. Now they live in ghettos in cities.
Yeah,
all
so do they describe much of the fall of these kingdoms, or is it mostly just from propaganda pamphlets like that they reveal the past of it?
It's a mixture of that and talking to some people, but
People who aren't as biased as those pamphlets.
yes, the pamphlets are obviously very biased. They're talking about, the non-humans are plotting to take over and kill all the humans and
Well, I'll just
become
point
their
out right now,
overlords.
it's the last part that got me. Then all swore an oath and each drank the blood of an innocent child from a golden chalice to seal their obedience to the plan.
Yes.
Like, that sounds like propaganda cult to me.
Yeah, exactly. It's
They
not...
then proceeded to kill and, just horrifically do something to something you would never want done.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with the actions they took.
And you
Greetings to
just
the
met
honorable
Promises
gentleman.
it happened.
You are?
Yeah, you
Harold
just met
Broggs,
Zoltan
merchant and
Chive,
middleman at your
who
service. What
is
brings you
a
here,
friend
Witcher?
What do you
who
have
is
to
in the
offer?
books, and
The
obviously,
Reverend
like,
sent you, I
know
presume?
him. And he is a dwarf.
Of course.
So obviously,
Well,
you are
why don't I
friends
believe
with
you?
some non-humans, though he himself is not like... He is not a Scoia'tael. The Scoia'tael are...
Yeah, it's a faction, which is being demonized as being an example of the whole race right now.
Yeah, I mean, as far as a faction is, they're basically what you call freedom fighters. They are fighting a guerrilla war.
So what's this ring that I could put on?
Okay,
We'll talk later.
talk later. So the Reverend, if you complete that quest that he gave you about putting the candles in all of those
Eternal
chapels,
Fire signet ring?
he'll give you a signet ring, and if you show them the signet ring, they'll talk to you.
Well, there's the Eternal Fire signet ring
Oh,
that I got
you have
before.
one. Okay, he gave you one.
So he
never...
gives it to you before you have to do the mission, which would make sense so you can talk to these people without
Yes.
doing this stuff first.
Yes, okay. Well, that actually makes it a lot easier. So yeah, now you can talk
The
to him.
Reverend sent...
Show him
Of
your
course.
pretty ring.
Well, why don't I believe you?
Bitch! Slap!
The Eternal Fire, a gift from the Reverend, I presume.
No, I killed him and took it.
The Reverend
Yeah, well, if
sent
you
me.
said that, he
He
probably
thinks you
would
need a
believe
witcher.
you.
I do. The dead emerge from the river at the night. A ghastly cold blows from the water, making my flesh crawl. Help me. I'll spare no expense.
I'll help in exchange for information about Salamandra, and throw in 100 orens for my expenses.
I heard you were looking for Salamandra, but if so, you're looking for trouble. It's no matter to me. You have a deal.
Oh,
These
good.
damned
He
undead are my
understands.
concern. They scare customers off and destroy my crates. And this is a valuable shipment for a special client.
Should I talk to him about the strange dice?
Sure.
Listen, I found these strange dice. Looks like dwarven handiwork.
Not here. You want to get both of us in trouble?
You're no saint. Afraid of a box? You have so much contraband in stock.
Oh,
Survival
zinger.
instinct. I'd rather lay low. The Reverend detests this game.
So you know what it is.
I didn't say that. They're obviously not of human
That's a bunch of bullshit.
make and stink of devilry. Best to ask
I
among the
only
dwarves.
applied it.
They must know
Really
something.
obviously.
Thanks for that, at least.
So you can ask Zoltan about it.
Yeah. I can now talk to the guy playing dice.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna wage so much money, it'll take like a whole 15 minutes. I do like this comic. It's somewhat simplistic, but for an RPG of this kind, it's pretty good. I mean, and this is after they did the patch to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was, I mean, they call it the extended edition, which effectively just means it's a massive patch that improves the game in pretty much every aspect of it. and it's all free, which is another thing that I love about CD Projekt Red. Wonderful developer. Everything that they did was free.
Yeah, the recent Witcher 3 DLC, what was it, like 16 DLCs for free?
They call it that. I think that's more
because
so
it's an
people
example.
understand.
They're
Yeah.
using it as an example more than anything else. And the DLCs range from what everything companies call the DLCs, basically.
Right. They range from additional quests and content to
Cosmetic.
different cosmetic things, and it's all free.
And I think the idea of why they made it so ranged instead of just one DLC is because it's a statement towards how they dislike the DLC system.
Yeah, and it also is saying, okay, every week we're going to release something new. So they're committing themselves to like a 2-month period
Badass
of new
content
extra
after-
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I might as well just remains.
So it's looking like it's getting early. I don't know. It doesn't appear like you actually have killed all of the drowners for that quest.
For the second quest, at least. Or
Right,
not the second,
so-
the first quest. The second quest I did complete, but...
Right. After.
Oh, here we go. One second. My sword might not hit you, but I clicked at the right moment. Oh, no, there's another drowner if I can catch it in time.
You will notice that in the top right, there's the kind of. It's sort of like a time of day thing, and it has
It's
like the
a picture
slashes
the
of blood.
sky.
Right. When it has the slashes
Oh.
of blood, it
Kedmil
means
Hafkar.
monsters
Greetings.
will be out.
I don't speak your
So,
language.
like drowners and
Menduan,
things.
Vatgan. You'll not intimidate us, Witcher. Where's Harren Brog? He promised us some Hawker's specialties.
What?
I'm not sure I like your tone.
What?
Heron didn't mention you. I was hunting drowners.
Vat Telnain. You're no Ensaid, but you're not Dwan filth either. We'll just take our weapons, and let's part in peace.
The goods are Heron's. Sorry, Ensayed, but I can't let you touch those crates.
Listen carefully, Vatgern. We're part of a 20-elf unit. Our brothers suffer from disease and hunger. These crates contain food, medicine, and weapons. We want them now, for we can't approach Vizima's walls every day.
I guess I see your point.
Good. We have no choice. But you do.
Ah, you fuckers.
So here's an interesting choice.
Why did they confront you? Why didn't they just try to take the boxes without you noticing? Like, I would have just watched it happen and said nothing. But no, they had to confront me and then tell me I had a choice.
Right. Well, basically, you have to say.
I'm okay with
There-
supporting you by turning a blind eye, or
Well-
I don't believe you're doing the right thing by stealing these crates.
Yes, but there's also, like, they're basically implying that Herrenbrog made a deal with them, and that they're just, it's not like they're stealing this stuff,
I
like they
guess.
actually did purchase it from him. Though you would be supporting their cause, essentially.
So
You know.
what then? Do you think this is So basically, I'm allowing.
I'm trying not to
allowing illegal
influence your
trade to
decision.
happen. They've already paid for the crates.
Yes. The reason why they're not allowed to buy it is because, well, they're.
Obviously, for the opposing group, they're for a rebel faction that does terroristic acts.
Yes.
It's
It's sort of like a group with a good cause, but they do
they do it
bad things. Yes, they do.
which isn't unheard of.
Not unheard of, no.
Disappointingly so. So they've already paid for the goods, though.
Right.
I'm wanting to say, fine, take the goods. I'm wanting to do that because this wouldn't have, like, again, if they were stealing these goods, then I'd say no, because the person who has them, even if willing to trade to them,
Yeah.
wasn't.
And basically, what they're saying is, we need these goods, so we're going to take them whether or not you allow us to or not. So if you refuse, they're still going to try and take the goods because they're desperate and they need it.